Hello, everybody. My name is Martha Alter Hines, and welcome to the Wholeness Way series. Today is going to be the daily reminder number 10. So this is the last daily reminder of the second week of this Wholeness Way series. And after today, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I'll come back next week with week 3. And after week 3, then I'm going to take a bigger break of probably 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see when the spirit world asks me to reconvene, but then that'll give you time to catch up on these first few weeks or go back and listen to them again or take a break from it or whatever feels exactly right for you. And so for those of you, anybody who's new to this series and you're seeing this video for the first time, you're welcome to jump in at any point in the series. Every single video is a standalone in addition to being part of, the ongoing series. So please come into the series wherever you feel called, including right here. And last week in the Wholeness Way series, we were focused on the spirit world was helping us to literally remember and re-embody the wholeness that we are. And this week we've been focused on remembering and then coming into connection and community with our own personal spirit team, and also our spirit team configured in a round table, a sacred round table in the void outside of time and space, to be specific. But so that's where we left off yesterday. And so I'm going to channel and see what wants to come through for today's daily reminder. And then after, a couple day break, then I'm going to come back in a couple of days and do a longer, deeper dive video that's going to start out week 3. And the topic of week 3 is going to be about basically being supported to find what is mine to do. So next week, the spirit world is going to support us in whatever ways they will, having ways to be clear and just very clear and specific about what our soul calling is, either on a big level or just on a day-to-day level or all of the above. So that's coming next week. So come back to these videos if you want to continue with that. And just go use these videos kind of like oracle cards. Even just go to one and then go to another and come back to them, or go through them in order or whatever feels right. Okay, so let's drop in for today's daily reminder. Thank you so much for being here. As always, please and comment and share, and anything feels right to you, go for it. Okay. Okay, hello and welcome. We're so happy to be with you again today. And like Martha said, today is going to be the last day of daily reminders in this week of this Wholeness Way series. And we're so excited to share this particular day with you, because today is the day that the magic of the sacred circle of your spirit team round table is coming alive. And we're so excited to get to share this with you, that this is even a thing that occurs, and because it's so beautiful and magical and holds such possibility of things arising that may not even ever be conceived of before having experienced it in this way. So again, welcome. And we're just, in a sense, jumping with joy and excitement. Okay, so to get settled in, we invite you to take a long, slow, deep breath. And again, today, we're just going to immediately invite you to let us lead you on this quick journey. And so if it feels right, if and when it feels right, we invite you to feel us lead you straight up through every layer of time, every layer of space, right to the outer edge of the membrane of the time-space continuum, and out of that membrane of the time-space continuum into the void. And here in the void, again, this is the place of the everything and the nothing. And from this vantage point, you can see the entire chrysalis or womb of the time-space continuum. And here in the void, we invite you again, like yesterday and the day before, to take a deep breath and come into this circle round table, like the Arthurian legend round table, some version that's just exactly right for you. And this is the round table, the sacred round table of your specific spirit team. And so yesterday, where we left off was that we were inviting you to be at this table and allowing each of the members of this spirit council, spirit team, roundtable to arise, to rise up and to speak in their own way through words, through energy, through body language, whatever it is, whatever it was. And so we invite you now to come again to the circle, and we invite you to imagine everyone at the table, everyone at the circle standing up and creating a big circle, standing up and perhaps reaching your arms out so that the circle becomes as big as it can get, with you all reaching your arms out and creating this circular field. And you can imagine maybe even the table itself just disappearing for a moment, so that you're in this sacred field of the circle, energetically together and physically together, but with lots of sacred, energetic space inside the circle. And And taking another long, slow, deep breath, we invite you now to feel and see an orb of light straight from the heart of Source descend right into the middle of your circle. Sort of like a match lighting the fire in a cauldron or something along those lines. Again, this might look or manifest in infinite ways for you. So just allow it to arise, however, is exactly, precisely right for you in this moment. Whatever arises is perfect. But in any case, taking a deep breath, imagine and see this light of the heart of Source descend straight into the center of the circle and light it up. So there's a powerful healing space in the center of the circle itself. And you all are creating the sacred golden healing light space and circle around the inner healing space. So you're really the space holders for the sacred space of the inner circle. And taking another deep breath, you can feel how in our time together yesterday, each being of your sacred circle of your spirit council had the opportunity to rise and to speak and to be heard and seen and felt. Each of you one at a time in turn. And now you're all back in the circle, equally holding this space. And in this time together, we invite you now as you, but also as the collective of your entire spirit team and this round table, to together possibly raise up your arms or do whatever you feel called to do, to take a deep breath and, in a sense, in your own way, invoke the knowing of the circle itself. So what you're essentially you're setting an intention all together, but again, individually, but also as a collective, as a sacred circle all together. You're setting an intention and a sacred holding space for the knowing, or you could say the divine wisdom of the sacred inner circle to arise, to show itself, to manifest, like, again, in infinite ways, but possibly like mist turning into visions, or maybe just an energy being present, or various knowings to arise, or maybe color or sound or temperature. So we invite you again to take another long, slow, deep breath, and all together in unison, but again, in your own knowing, your own personal deep connection and alignment with yourself as the divine, yourself as earth, yourself as the soul being that is you. We invite you now to individually and collectively possibly raise up your arms and set the intention for the divine knowing of the circle to arise now. And just notice whatever arises, whether it's something visual, something tactile, something you feel, something kinesthetic in your body, something that you hear, something clear or vague or confusing, or an emotion or a mix of emotions or nothing, or a sense of peace, whatever arises. Again, just it's perfect, whatever it happens to be. Just take note of whatever that is. And then taking another deep breath. This is something, this way of being and this way of knowing, we will go into more deeply next week. And there are infinite ways you can do this, but this is a beginning point of allowing to arise gently and yet powerfully what is yours to do. And it's also a place and a way that you can begin to ask any number of questions. So if you want clarity about various things, you can ask for that clarity to come essentially through the light of source in the center of this sacred circle. So again, we'll come back to this much more deeply next week. But today we invite you to just be with this, just to see what arises, what begins to percolate. It's like testing out new legs or using a new set of muscles, or actually an old set of muscles, but maybe ones you haven't used in a long time. So just taking another long, slow, deep breath. You can choose to be here and stay here and play around with this as long as you want. You do it entirely with reverence. Should not be done lightly, but you can experiment. And so long as you are staying in that deep integrity and reverence and honoring of yourself, of life itself, of this circle and what it is on the ultimate level, please feel free to explore, because this is going to be done in your particular way. There's no one right way. And we invite you to explore that however and whenever you feel called. And again, we'll guide you much more deeply in all of this next week in part 3, week 3 of the Wholeness Way series. Thank you again so much for being here and for being part of this and for being dedicated to remembering the wholeness that you are and this beautiful, powerful spirit being that you are, in concert with the spirit team that is you and that's with you always. So when you feel ready, we invite you now to descend with us back through the membrane of the time-space continuum, all the way back to the atmosphere of the earth, down through the atmosphere of the earth, down and into, fully grounding into your earth human body, into yourself as a being of earth and light and spirit and heart and soul as one. Ground fully here. Take some more long, slow, deep breaths to integrate, to come back to breathing in and out as the being of light and earth and spirit and sky and cosmos and source and the divine that you are, all as one. And so it is. Have a great day. All right. Thank you for being here. So that's the end of week 2. And I'll be back in a couple of days with week 3. I'm excited to see you again soon. Again, please comment, share anything you feel called to share. And go back and enjoy the other videos as often as you like. They're here indefinitely for you. So, and please share with anyone else you think might benefit from them. Thank you so much. See you soon.